Stay at Home Dead, Chapter 33. When you have a concussion, even though the only thing you want to do is sleep, it is the last thing you are allowed to do. Some elected member of your family must wake you up every 2 hours in order to ensure that you haven't died, that your eyes still work, and that you still can't remember the date of your wedding anniversary. So it was a long night. I woke up for good around 7 as Julianne was dressing for work. My head felt as if someone had taken a large hammer and repeatedly struck me in the back of my head with it. The knot on my skull had grown from a small egg to a larger one. I pushed myself to a sitting position. The nausea I experienced before was gone. My mouth was dry and my neck was sore, and the headache was front and center, but I was okay. Julianne emerged from the bathroom, working an errand into her load. How are you? Awesome. I already talked to your mother, she said, smoothing the cream-colored skirt and jacket she had on. She'll take care of Carly today. Rather than bringing her home and amid all the chaos, we let her spend the night with my parents. I threw my legs over the side of the bed and stood up. My balance was back. I pulled on a t-shirt and followed Julianne out to the kitchen. You never told me what happened after I left in the ambulance, I said. Nothing really. Nothing as in nothing, or nothing as in you punched Sharon Ann. She smiled. Trust me. If I saw Sharon Ann, I'd be telling you. So what happened? She rifled through a stack of papers on the kitchen table. I just told her to back off, and that if she insisted on going ahead with her little emergency meeting, she could expect a fight. She set the papers in a neat stack. I may have called her a name or two as well. Even with this headache, I've never found you more attractive, I said. I love it when a man with a brain injury flirts with me. I went to the fridge and pulled out a carton of orange juice. There was something I didn't get a chance to tell you yesterday. Julian's face wrinkled up with irritation. Deuce, I swear, if you tell me you went and bought her a dog. Carly had been hounding us for months about wanting a dog. I was okay with it. Julianne was not. She believed animals were meant to roam free in Africa, far away from her. Relax, I said, holding my hand up. I don't have that kind of a death wish. She watched me, not entirely sure I was telling the truth. I made a mental note to call the pet store and get my deposit back. I got some information on swimming lessons, I said. Her features softened. Oh, God, where? I stared into my glass of juice. Tough tights. I took a sip from the juice. At first there was no initial fear, and I thought maybe I'd get away with it. But I should have known better. She bit the tip of her tongue for a moment before lashing me with it. I know that you don't mean the same tough tights that Benny supposedly went to before he died. Because if that was that specific tough tights that you meant, you know how much I would disapprove and how my disapproval would lay to a stomach punch for you. I didn't say a word about Benny, I said, setting the juice down on the counter in case I had to block her punches. I went in for swimming lesson info. That was it. Do I look stupid to you? No. You look hot. Really hot, like always. Do, she said, taking a deep breath, unswayed by my blanton sucking up. You said you stay out of Benny's death. How does getting swim lesson information for our daughter have anything to do with Benny? I pleaded. Where else should I have gone? She didn't have an answer for that. The swimming pool looked great, and so did the lesson programs. I continued so she couldn't cut me off. And Carly loved the place. I swear to you that I did not say one word to anyone about Benny. No questions, no comments, no nothing. She studied me like a beautiful human polygraph machine, trying to decipher my bladder. If I'd been lying, I would have waited. But since technically I was telling the truth, I stood strong. Okay, she said. But that's not why I brought it up, I said. You are just killing me this morning, husband. I know. Sorry. but the guy that owns the place offered me a job. Confusion spread across her face. A job? What? Cleaning the pool? Funny, no. Coaching for football at their summer camps. She grabbed a stack of papers off the table and slid them into her briefcase. How exactly would that work? I don't know. She zipped the bag shut and looked at me. Why are you telling me this? I shuffled my feet and bit the inside of my cheek. Because I think I want to do it. Actually, I knew I wanted to do it. I knew it the second he offered me the position. It wasn't that I didn't love being home with Carly. I did, and there was no doubt that she was still my first priority. But when he said he'd work with me on scheduling and let me call the shots, I was already thinking what the first day would be like. What about Carly? Julianne asked, slipping the bag onto her shoulder. What do we do with her? The whole reason you left the school was so that we wouldn't have to put her in daycare or hire a babysitter. This wouldn't be like a full-time job, Jules, I said, frustrated that she was immediately agreeing with me. Couple of weeks during the summer. I can set the schedule any way I want, so it works best for me. Shoot, I might be able to bring her with me. I fit her with a helmet and shoulder pads, probably. Couldn't hurt. She needs to work on her tackling, she frowned. I'm kidding, Jules, I said, about putting a uniform on her. But if we could figure it out, I think I'd like to do it. She adjusted the bag and swiped her car keys off the table. I already got 3 cases on the calendar for the summer, plus our vacation. I don't have any wiggle room. I'm not asking you for any, I said. If I can't make it work, I won't do it. She shook her head, clearly not in favor of the idea. I've got to get going. She kissed me on the cheek. I can't think on this right now. Let's talk about it tonight. When your head is better and you can see that this probably isn't a great idea.